My parents met shortly after World War II when, thanks to the GI Bill, my dad went up to Massachusetts from Brooklyn, where he was born, to attend school with a friend at Lowell Tech. And they met actually at the Commodore Ballroom because both of them loved to dance. And because they were both exceptionally good dancers, they caught each other's eye, and that's where their love story began. Because at the time Lowell Tech was a textile industry school, he became a textile engineer. I think he was most proud of the fact that he was highly involved in the development of flame retardant fabric, permanent press, and he worked for various companies but landed at JCPenney's in 1960. And not too many people in the company didn't know of him because his name being Jim Stavrakis, and his personality was larger than life, and he made a mark for himself. My dad, he could no longer see well enough to drive, his hearing's not that good, and my mom, a certain level of aging dementia is beginning to set in. And unfortunately, when they accidentally left on the stove and the gas filled the house, and because their sense of smell isn't what it used to be, they were unaware of it until my mother collapsed. So we knew then that they couldn't be alone, and we tried full-time live-in care, which they didn't like because it seemed lack of privacy. So on Father's Day, my dad went to my husband and said, "Jack, it's time, and we want you to find the best, and I know you will, place for us to go." And so I began doing the research, and Arbor Terrace had just opened up. As soon as I walked in the door, I knew that this was right for them because it's so beautiful, the people are so kind and attentive, and I knew that my parents would do very well here. Fortunately, Arbor Terrace is 5 minutes away from where I live, which was a very big consideration because my parents had been coming to my house for Sunday dinner for over 30 years, and I wanted to be able to keep up that tradition for them to be able to come over, see their grandchildren, great-grandchildren. The Bridges community was the other thing that sold us on Arbor Terrace, in that my parents weren't capable of being in senior living because they needed too much assistance, but cognitively also they were struggling, and yet they wanted to still be social. It was the perfect middle ground, being that my dad had more capabilities than my mom at the time. She may have qualified for memory care, but they believe in keeping couples together. That is the most important thing to them, was very, very critical to choosing Arbor Terrace. And I think it's a unique and an important program that they have here. Well, while it's hard to sometimes see my parents as to who they are now and with all their limitations, when I leave feeling a sense of relief that they're being well taken care of and that they're happy. You know, I may be a little sad about it, but unquestionably, they are completely happy, content, and safe. And those are very important things. It was the right choice for us. I can't imagine it not being the right choice for almost anybody.